Yo, yo, yo. Hey, this is Chase Meyer here. And I'm just so busy doing business stuff all the time. I've got like four different companies building a fifth, and um I ultimately am just playing the game of business constantly, right? I'm trying to like come up with the things that make my life easier. I'm trying to hack life to be as efficient as possible since I have a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old daughter. I have a wife, I have my home responsibilities, and then all my business stuff, my teams, all the stuff I have to manage. So one of the hacks that I really like that a lot of people don't know is just using a simple AI tool called Gladia, combining that with ChatGPT to get some really, really amazing value out of every phone call conversation. So if you're an Android user, you can realistically record your phone calls right now into audio notes. iOS just upgraded, so if you have an iPhone, you can now record your calls by hitting that little button in the top left corner, and it takes the entire call recording and just saves it in your notes. And then you can open those notes on your computer. And here's the cool thing about it. So here's an example. I went to Gladia. And all I did was I'm going to open up a new tab for you just so you can see the process. I go to Playground and then I say upload a file. For me, I guess I'll just show you since you may not know the settings and how it works. When I click next, it gives me the entire audio file, allows me to listen to it. I can just click transcribe now, but I want to adjust some settings here. For me, our conversation that I had it with my insurance guy, and this is for property insurance. And to be totally honest, I did not foundationally understand property insurance, right? I didn't understand what it was all about, any sort of potential riders or other liability insurance coverage that's available. I didn't understand any of that shit. So I just said, hey, can I record this phone call, insurance agent man? And if so, I'm going to use this information to better learn from it. And I just asked a bunch of questions, right? So a 15-minute recorded or a 15-minute meeting turned into a 30-minute meeting because he let me ask a bunch of questions. So I'm very grateful to Corey Cruzy, my insurance guy. And then I dropped that thing in here. And then I go down to what's called diaritization. Diaritization is optional, but what it does is it identifies the different audio between the different speakers. And the two people talking, it ultimately, if you send a single file to AI and you don't enable diaritization, it is not going to identify it as two different speakers. But when you enable diaritization and then you hit the translate or the transcribe button, here's what it gives you. It gives you an output that says speaker zero. All right, Cork, you hear me? And then speaker one, I can hear you great. So that it just tells AI that there's two different people talking. At this point, it doesn't automatically identify who is who, but that's okay because you can provide additional context to AI. So what I do from here is I go and click this button in the top right, which copies the transcript. And then I go over to a ChatGPT module, and I typically use 4.0 for this. 4.0 is a really efficient model that allows us to do things quickly, and it's kind of like more personalized to me. It uses memory in a different way. It seems like all my conversations are more personal. So I go here and I say, um, I'd like your help creating a prompt for another AI model. This prompt needs to summarize a conversation about insurance with my insurance advisor. This is for my home and car insurance. After summarizing, I want you to give me a detailed breakdown of all of my costs and upgrade options, along with recommendations on what you think I should do. Finally, please create a quick and simple explanation that I can send to my wife that she will easily understand, as she doesn't know anything about insurance either. Either. Okay, and then the final thing is, if there's anything else this prompt should say to maximize the transcript, please include it. Okay. So now this first AI, all it's going to do is it's going to create me the prompt, right? It's going to use its computer brain and come up with a prompt that's significantly more detailed than what I would have said. So in this, this is basically what I would have done as a prompt if I would have uploaded my own transcript, but instead I use its computer brain to give me this. So it tells me you're a highly detailed, clear thinking assistant who specializes in personal finance, specifically insurance policies for homeowners and vehicles. Right? Your job is to review, analyze the following transcript of conversation between me, the client, and the insurance advisor. The conversation may include discussions about current coverage, premium costs, blah, blah, blah. It's supposed to summarize the conversation, give me a detailed breakdown, give a recommendation, an explanation for the wife, and a bonus if possible, right? So now I can just take this entire prompt that this gave me, open a new thread, and this thread, I'm going to choose the model O1. And I have a Pro account, so I could do O1 Pro if I really wanted to have lots and lots of thinking behind it. But I'm just going to use O1. The advantage of O1 is it's going to take this prompt and it's going to take the transcript. Go grab that. Copy. And it's going to take every single point in my prompt and create its own prompt. So if I say to it, let's see, summarize the conversation. So it's going to create a prompt to itself to expand upon summarizing the conversation in the best way. Then for the next step, the detailed breakdown, it's going to present a line item breakdown. So it's going to take another prompt and create it for itself. So I don't have to sit here and create prompt after prompt after prompt to get this full detailed stuff. I can just enable O1, the advanced thinking model, give it my transcript, and then let it do its thing. So I'm going to say go. And since it's O1, it's going to do it really fast, right? It's even though it prompts over and over and over again, reasoning wise, it should not take more than 30 seconds. If I was going to use the O1 Pro, it would take a long time, like a minute to a couple minutes. And I really like that when I'm looking for something super, super detailed. But I don't like it if it's something as detailed as this. So here you go. Here's the summary of the coverage. It breaks down. There's a renewal. Okay. Increase at a renewal from my past insured house rate to the new inflated insured house rate. And then gives an additional for detached garage and personal property value, right? So it breaks it all down from our conversation. So I don't even have to remember what was talked about. It it gives me the full detailed breakdown of home insurance, auto insurance, optional changes discussed, potential savings and coverage gaps. It gives me a recommendation based on what was said and how much the actual thing is going to provide. So a $12 a year difference provides an extra peace of mind than it may keep it at a higher personal property coverage, right? So it's really breaking it down. Now I can take this thing for my wife and it says, "Hey, sweetie." I can just ultimately take this and have it be a starting place. But if Shauna wants to know, my wife, if she wants to know all the details, I'm just going to give her this document. If she doesn't give a fuck about all the details, then I'm just going to share this with her and say, "Hey, here's a recommendation from AI. What do you think?" And then we can kind of go from there. But I just wanted to give a little hack on how I handle phone call conversations and using Gladia, the AI tool, and then using two models of ChatGPT to give me a very, very concise summary and action step for what I need to do on any conversation, business or personal. And I'm using this. cool tool called Plod, and Plod is a note pen. I bought it probably like 6 months ago, and I do recordings whenever I meet with my employees, whenever I meet with other people that I need to remember what was said, or if I need tasks that are created, and I can do the exact same thing. I take the transcript from that recording and throw it in here and do the same thing. So, anyways, this video is like 11 minutes long. If you made it through, I hope you found value in a concept that can make your life a little bit more beneficial. And as I have time, I'd love to keep sharing some more of these tips because they help me a ton every single day. And I hope you can find benefit from it too. All right, cool. Well, that's all I got. Take care. Bye.